Aloha, High Vibe Tribe. I hope everybody is well. I hope this is recording. And welcome back to my channel. My name is PinkBella, also known as Tracy, and I am a starseed, galactic, quantum, akashic reader and healer. I work up to the 12th chakra, 13th chakra, 22nd chakra system. I've got quite a few messages to bring in here today. So I'm recording this video and I will post it up on my channels. What is today? Today is the 13th of September. So welcome back, everyone. I hope everybody is well. So to save a little bit of time, because so much information has come in, I'm probably going to have a part two to some of this information, but I pulled the cards ahead of time just so we have a bit of a reading. And what are we in right now? We just went through an unbelievable weekend. Okay, so let's just recap. We are in September. We are in Virgo energy heading into Libra energy, which is about balance. We have Mercury that went retrograde on the 9th of September, just a few days ago, retrograding, redo, renew, going over things, old lessons coming back, showing us patterns, showing us a different way to move forward. So that's actually retrograde in Libra. It will be retrograde until October 2nd. We have the powerful 9-9 portal, which is about endings, completion, and new beginnings, which is what the Mercury retrograde is going to be all about. And we also have, we have the full moon in Pisces, which just unbelievable. And so much is connected to what's going on in the collective as well. So first off, thank you everybody for being here, liking, subscribing, sharing. Hit that thumbs up button to share this message with more of the collective. I really appreciate it. For those of you who are new, I welcome you as well. So just a mini recap. I was actually on my journey, my awakening journey, which has been on and off since I was 5 years old. Much of the help to awaken me out of the deep sleep of the collective was around food and allergies. So I've been seeing naturopaths since I was a teenager. The other thing that woke me up was my Galactic team. They came to me via a reading way back in 1997. I'd already had a massive starseed activation when I went to the pyramids in Egypt. I was there meditating for a month every day because I went all throughout Egypt. I went to many of the temples, etc. But the pyramids in Giza was the portal that I needed to be at. You can check out my channel. I've got so many messages for all of you with starseeds and Blu-rays. I was guided to start sharing about that on YouTube around July, the 7/7 portal in 2017. And here I am. I also got incredibly activated through the twin flame journey. I was part of the group that got activated around 2010, between 2012. That's changed for me now as well, but all in a very positive way. Again, you can check out my YouTube channel for more messages around that. But today specifically, if I got an itchy nose, today specifically, I want to bring in messages about what has transpired for Team Light and for the taking back of this planet. And we all do our own bit to take back our sovereignty personally, to reconnect with Source Prime Creator and our team of light, which continuously changes. By the way, Mercury retrograde may show you that you don't have a team that's resonating with you anymore or listening to you, or they've stepped back. That happens quite consistently through Mercury retrograde, and it's a great time to go around your team and go to the creator, God, source, whatever, the universe, whatever you call it, connect in with that energy and ask that energy to reestablish you and reconnect you with your team that can help you move forward, okay? It's a great time to go over and clean things up through Mercury retrograde. But most importantly, what they wanted me to talk to you about today is the ascension symptoms that have been popping up for everyone. There's a couple of things that are going on, but Mercury retrograde does often bring up things that need repairing. If there's something that's just come on with our physical body, that's showing us that there's something in our avatar, in our quantum field chakras, meridians, that's blocked, that needs some healing. Much of it is connected to the physical structure, the root, sacral, solar plexus chakras, the spine, the teeth, the bones, the muscles. I've had many a Mercury retrograde. I've had parts of my body go offline. It's been very, very frustrating, but it really is a way for you to connect in with your body and ask your body what it needs to help you at this time, okay? The other thing they wanted me to share with everyone is that the Mercury retrograde can bring up all sorts of technical glitches. It can bring up things that break structurally that's connected to us, like something in the home or a car, etc. this is normal. Like even last week before Mercury retrograde, my computer decided to reboot on its own. Some messages aren't getting through, or I'm not be able to listen to things. Like people leave me voice messages. So that's just a little bit of the fun that we're having. And as I think I shared in the last video, as on target, escalators, elevators have been out since the retrograde has started. So it's forcing us to do things in a different way. It can be frustrating. By the end of the 3 weeks, we're usually all like ready to go. But I want to share with you, I'm going to re-share this. Oftentimes, maybe some of our abilities go offline a little bit, so we'll try something new. And the retrograde doesn't just impact ourselves and our communication with our team. It's two-way. Oftentimes, our team is not able to communicate with us for various reasons as well. And that's another great reason to get into a reconnection with Prime Creator Source and connecting with that energy. And that's through your heart. Okay. I can't express enough, and I talk about this all the time, how spending time in nature at this time is super, super important. I got taken off on a little adventure last Friday, and I thought I was only going to be in this mountain area with a lake for a couple of hours. Nope, we were there for 7 hours. I laid on the ground and swam in the lake for 7 hours, which is such a beautiful gift. It's been 2 summers since I've been able to do that. It took my body 24 hours to reintegrate all the codes that I received from that portal vortex and from Gaia herself. And also on the weekend, how the Pisces moon impacted me, and everyone's going to be different. But all of that happening together, I had to sleep. And some of the sleeping was the work that we're all doing out of our bodies, helping the collective at this time. So what else happened last week? Queen Elizabeth II transitioned. For some of you, this might be sensitive. I'm not going to get into too much detail today. I want to do a different video, but that was a very pivotal timeline message from the White Hats, from Team Light, basically saying, and if you know anything about chess, basically saying we've captured the queen and it's game on, the game's over. So that is the pivotal message through all the dark ETs, through the AI, etc. Okay, so that's partly what's happened. The other part is a lot of what's being shown on all levels, and it depends where you are. So for some of you that might be feeling the loss of this being that's left, that's where you're at. Many of us were at that level with when Princess Diana transitioned, and I want to talk about her a little bit as well. But the Queen Elizabeth that you all maybe, if this is you missing her, you don't know the full story behind the scenes. And there's way more to that story than what she represented in the Matrix. Okay. The bloodlines that she was attached to were very dark. And towards the end, the entity and beings that were using her avatar were actually had taken over. That's why you can even go and find videos where she shape-shifted, which was true. And also basically the soul of the original Queen Elizabeth had no control over what was happening. There's also many theories as well that she was taken out the last couple of years, that was a clone or a body double. There's many, many different stories going on, but eventually this is going to be sort of the domino piece that's going to allow a lot of other things to collapse and fall. So we'll just have to see what happens. But I was given, and I want to do a deeper dive about this. I want to do a deeper reading about all the different bloodlines and the fact that her lineage was connected to the dark bloodlines on this planet. So that is a representation of a huge, massive change that we'll all be moving towards. Princess Diana was such a light worker and starseed, and she was chosen to go into that lineage and change it. And she did what she could, but literally she was a lion. She literally was a lamb walking into the lion's den. She had no idea. None of us did. She had no idea what she moved into to topple. She did absolutely everything that she could. There's many theories about what's happened with her as well. We hope for the best. We hope that, of course, that her light is still on the planet, but we're not too sure. Of course, there's many different stories, but she did the best that she could. And she literally, they tried to sway her over to their ways, and she was like, no, not going to do it. So thank you, Princess Diana. Anyway, so much of the truth is coming forward. So you're going to see many different stories. The media's especially part of, here I am in Canada, part of the Commonwealth. So many of these stories will be about her passing and the next king and all of that. She's on our money. Other countries that have been connected to the Commonwealth, just Australia, England, and there's lots of other smaller places around the planet. Some people will really be feeling this, but what I wanted to share with you all is they showed me a circle. So they showed me how much of that energy was part of the matrix, which is within all of us. And that, as an example, this is someone that we know personally that passes away. It takes our energy and our chakras and our quantum field time to adjust to that person being gone. So even though we all have our different belief systems about what's happening, to me, I feel this is an incredibly positive thing that's finally happened that we've been waiting for, because it's going to allow us all to accelerate and move forward sooner. It's going to allow more of the information to come out for the collective. But what's happening is many of us are very sleepy or needing more sleep, because we're literally helping the collective and the matrix adjust to this difference. So because that difference, that lineage went on for 96 years. So that's part of our parents and our grandparents. So it's part of their ancestral that we all incorporated into our physical avatar. So many of us are clearing that out as well. Okay. So that's just something, just a little bit what they wanted me to share, is that we are, even if we're not impacted emotionally by what's happened, we're being impacted physically as our physical avatars adjust to this big shift in the matrix as well. Okay. So that's what they wanted me to share about as well. Let me just see. I will be talking more about the bloodlines later. And anyone who, let me just do a little housekeeping. Anyone who wants to book a session for the equinox, for this time moving forward, check out the description box below. That's how you can contact me. There's some specials on. There's also a Starseeds, activating our superpowers class that will start on the 20th. It's a package of 4 classes. We'll be working with things like the violet flame and our Merkaba and cloaking, all that kind of fun stuff, grounding. So that's coming up as well. And if you feel that you're going through a block of connecting with your higher self and your angels, the best session I could recommend is, well, there's 2. One would be the SEALs quantum akashic distance healing, because that removes anything connecting you to these old timelines, like the Babylonian fall, the Tower of Babel, the Crown of Thorns, all of that. So that they were placed in our avatars to prevent us from connecting and ascending. So that would be my first suggestion. The other one would be a personal 12th dimensional or 22nd dimensional Akashic quantum healing, where we have a video call and I bring in information and we do a healing and a clearing in your Akashic records to help you move forward with a emptier backpack of old stories. Okay. So they just wanted me to share about that. I'm just thinking if there's anything else. There is a group distance quantum healing for the equinox as well. That's also on my website. So there's still availability for that. And yeah, just message me if you have any questions. Of course, I always offer distance healing for your animals and your pets too that are feeling a lot as well. Okay. I think that's it for now. I know there's a lot more that I wanted to share about that, but I want to make sure that I get to the reading for this week. And besides being very sleepy, I'm actually okay through this Mercury retrograde, which is a miracle to me. But let's go in the Wayback Machine. The time travel, the Wayback Machine. The Wayback Machine, a week and a half ago or 2 weeks ago, I was already experiencing sciatic nerve and lower back pain, preparing for the Mercury retrograde. Like many of us actually go through some of the things before you all have, and they let me know there's a big structural, there's a restructuring of everything through Mercury retrograde, both outside and inside. Like oftentimes I know not only have I jumped timelines, but there's been a restructuring. If I go to a store and they've rearranged everything, they've moved things around. That's just an example. So I was already moving through a lot of lower back sciatic nerve energy about 2 weeks ago. And I asked my body, what do you need? And the message I got was, if you rest and don't push yourself for a couple of days, it will move through. And it did. And I think I used a topical. I have a topical Epsom salt arnica gel. I use some essential oils and that type of thing. So yeah, ask your body, ask the part that's causing you any sort of blocking of energy, pain, etc. Ask what it needs. Okay. All right. Let's get to some of the messages. Again, I pulled them ahead of time just so I could save some make this a little bit of a shorter video, basically. Okay. Yeah. So what do we have big that's coming up right now? We're prepping for the equinox, which is the shift into fall here in the northern hemisphere, the spring in the southern hemisphere, which is a shifting of the planet. So that impacts our chakras, our meridians. We're preparing for, we've got 6 planets retrograde now. There will be 7. Oh, some astrologers don't count Chiron as a planet, but there's 7 planets retrograde, including Chiron. My Chiron was in Pisces. So for some of you, the Pisces full moon would have been incredibly emotional. For me, it wasn't. I just had 0 energy and I just allowed myself to rest, which is not a natural thing for a Gemini. I mean, I rest, but that was very like the key message for me was you need to rest. Okay. And then yesterday I just went full on and got as much things done as I could. What else? So yeah, we have 7 planetary bodies that are retrograde right now that are impacting our chakra system. Okay. So be very, very gentle with yourself. All right. So the first message that came in is the Thoth light codes. So the Thoth light codes are Thoth is connected to the fall of Atlantis. I finally have cleared that out, but for some of you that is coming out, you're clearing multiple timelines around the fall of Atlantis. This actually says light initiation, great teacher, awakening, divine magic. But I always get the message that when Thoth comes in, that there's a real deep healing and clearing of Atlantean and Egyptian timelines. And I did this reading a little bit differently. The chakra that came in for this is Jophiel. She came in twice. This is the soul star, joy. So remember to be a joy guide. Remember to move back to basics. Stay away from drama. Be in high vibration as possible. Like the dolphins, they just are automatically joyful. And the soul star is connected to clearing out old stories of your Akashic records. So again, a great time to declutter. Going back to focusing on carrying water, chopping wood, going back to decluttering, donating clothes, cleaning your house, doing things that you've been putting off. I've been like cleaning up my website, deleting things off my phones, etc. So cleaning up data, cleaning up things at home. The dragon that came in, the black dragon from Saturn. So it came in as well. The Anunnaki came in as well. We're clearing out old reptilian, Draco, Anunnaki stories, bloodlines that have gone in through all of these timelines that were the basis of the fall of Atlantis. So we're clearing that out internally and externally. And for some of us, you're clearing that out ancestrally, and that's some of the physical body aches and pains. Okay. So this is the message basically is focus on your ultimate vision. Congratulate yourselves. You've passed a test. And the crystal that came forward is turquoise, which is very empowering for our throat, for grounding, for us connecting to the earth and connecting to source universal energy. Okay. The next group of messages, Hathor light code. So I'm going to read the cards because I feel like the messages are important for all of us. So we're going through a light immersion, a full system upgrade, and we're calling back our power. And this is incredibly important to call in your sovereignty. Crown and third eye chakras, Archangel Michael, again, claim your sovereignty as well. And this will help with the clearing of your bloodlines. They're just letting me know. I'll finish with this. The dragon that came in is the fire and the water dragon. And this enables you enables your life to flow with loving force. So to go with the flow, preparing for change and to move forward quickly, expect the unexpected and have fun. So just know that we have a few weeks of cleaning everything up, then it's full speed ahead. Okay. So if things have slowed down in any area of your life, to go with that and allow yourself to slow down. Fuchsite came in, a green crystal for the heart chakra for healing your heart, healing your soul. Number 17 for those of you that are into numerology. And that's so interesting because 17 is like one of the key codes for both the White Hats and the other team. They like to share messages around that. What they just wanted me to let you know is part of the sessions now moving forward, I will be activating and balancing your 13th chakra, also connected to a chakra that's below your heart chakra to stabilize your physical system, and also clearing out some of the ancestral galactic and intergalactic bloodlines that are dark that most of us don't even know about. Okay, so that's included with the sessions. The healing rays this month, besides the ones that they asked me to bring in for your session, is the violet and gold flame with black tourmaline, and I've been bringing in selenite energies as well. So just to let you all know that, so that those are included in the distance sessions as well as the in-person sessions. Okay. All right. Next message is throat chakra. I knew that was going to come forward because Mercury's connected to the throat chakra. That's why it's impacting all sorts of communications. Temple of truth. Counterbalancing chakra for the throat is the solar plexus. Solar plexus is about us claiming our power and calling our sovereignty back. So we're literally cleaning things up and reclaiming pieces of ourselves and bringing it back into the now moment. Okay. So temple of truth, throat chakra, authenticity, self-expression. This is a time too where people are coming and going out of our lives. And sometimes speaking our truth around a whole group of angry lions, let's put it that way, is not the best thing to do, because they may just go on verbal attack if you're not cloaked, if your energy isn't protected. You're going to have to do some cleanup around that. So always listen, not just like you want to share something, but go within and talk to your higher self, practice that, and just ask, is this a good time? And you may get like, no, walk away. Stay in peace and stay in peace. Okay. And gratitude hurts. Stay in peace and gratitude. Now, this is interesting. I called in Thor. I called in many dragons today to work with, including Goddess Sophia's white dragons, her dragons. But I was also guided to call in Thor's dragons, which is interesting. That means a battle is coming. So Thor's red, black, and gold dragons protects you in times of change, a time of rapid transition and transformation. Relax. You are safe. And the crystal that came in is zinc sight. And that actually is super interesting because it's connected to the physical body. So many of you, number 44, many of you are experiencing physical body issues at this time, aches and pains. Okay. Jophiel came in, celebration, soul star. Again, a reminder to keep our vibration high. Okay. The overall unicorns that came in is super interesting. How do they want me to word this? Okay. Basically, just everything that's happening right now is allowing more of the divine feminine goddess activations to happen. So this is honor your divine feminine energy, see your inner beauty, and love every part of yourself. The other dragons that came in, super interesting, abundance and prosperity. So this is connected to the shifts in the financial system, not out of fear, out of there's going to be more abundance and prosperity for all of us as light workers and starseeds. Okay, that this is the shift that we've needed to rebalance everything. This person that's transitioned on the outside looked like that she was not connected to any of the systems, but she actually, behind the scenes, she was. And so it's like I keep seeing the song The Wizard of Oz, when the Dark Witch got taken out, everybody's celebrating, but that's the thing, there's going to be more. That's what has been needed to bring in more prosperity and abundance for us. We have the unicorn of prosperity and the unicorn of abundance. Okay. The crystal that came in with all of that is the moonstone, which is beautiful. Okay. So I pulled some quantum tarot cards just to get a better feel for what's happening. Oh, they wanted me to talk about this. Okay. Overall, what was the overall? The overall crystal was moonstone. So moonstone is about change and allowing us to be balanced and at peace for change. Okay. The Anunnaki light codes came in. So that was just, again, a reminder of how much clearing and healing we're doing internally and ancestrally. The dragon that came in is the gold and silver violet flame. So continue to use the violet flame as one of your superpowers. And that all of this right now is the Libra energy about balance. And when the sun moves into Libra, that's the equinox. Okay, that's that which is between the 20th and the 22nd of September. Balance. Take time to relax, indulge a little more or less, set boundaries with your work. It's starting to get warm. Okay. All right. Let me just zoom over and look at the messages that came in. Okay. First that came in is so interesting. Some of the same messages that I did shuffle came in similar to the reading last week. So first off, justice. There's balancing of the scales. So justice will prevail and will serve. And we're seeing that light at the end of the tunnel, and things are going to move forward positively. Memories of love. Of course, the person who just transitioned, there was a time where her soul was there. She hadn't been taken over by something else. But there are loving memories. There are, of course, many beautiful things that this person did early on, but there's other dark stuff that will come out. Okay. But also just a reminder that the other message that's coming in is memories of love is People from our past might come in at this time for us to tidy things up. And sometimes it is just something that we're healing and clearing out of our heart area. Okay, some old ones. I know what's coming up for a lot of souls right now is inner child healing, things that happened when we were children, maybe that we don't remember, but flashes will come up to heal and release. Okay. Okay. Next message that came in. Oh yeah, I'm kind of doing this opposite, aren't I? Right. Okay. The other way to look at this is memories are coming up to heal from our heart. It could be grief, it could be sadness, it could be joy. And this is for us to rebalance our physical, mental, emotional bodies, our avatar, quantum field, our chakras. All right. Third eye activations came in super. So our superpowers are coming in super strong. Dreams are very, very powerful. I have such a message to share with you all about some of the assignments I've been on that I'm remembering, but I want to make sure that I create like a proper video about it. But many of us are working on already clearing out a lot of local issues, let's just say. But I want to do a whole video about that. That's part of our third eye activation, is remembering some of the assignments we've been on while we're sleeping. Knight of Cups came in for that. And that's just like, well, it just reminds me of the Knights of the Round Table, the Knights of the Templar, that the winning team, that we're really doing so much work behind the scenes, and just be really, really proud of yourselves as well. Okay. All right. Next message that came in is, of course, positive movement forward 8. Of course. Yeah. I'm just got so excited about this big shift because we are really starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. We have lots of work to do, but we're ready, and we're all gearing up. King of Swords, we're gearing up to be those Jedi warriors that are needed both on ground while we're sleeping, and being prepared for more information to come in. Okay. All right. Final messages. Okay. Root chakra, firm foundation. So whatever we're clearing out right now is to give us a more stable foundation for ourselves and the world. We're at a crossroads as well. We're at a crossroads to clear out the old and move even higher, move into a higher frequency, and move. And I noticed that she's got, okay, there's the move, but I noticed she's got her eyes covered. So that's going to be uncovered. So we're feeling our way into the right direction that we all need to go to for the planet, for Earth. The overall message that came in is the universe, source 21. So everything is being managed divinely by the source universal energy. We're all here as pillars of that source to be here on mission. And everyone has a different interpretation of this card, 9 of Cups, but we're manifesting things super, super quickly. And we're to envision and manifest the entire collective to move forward. And we're to envision and manifest that more of the dark teams are exposed, because there's still beings that are here. Okay. Because there's multiple timelines. That's the message. So everyone is correct from a certain perspective. Some timelines have been collapsed. So some beings will go in remote view and they'll see things have collapsed, and they'll see, oh, those beings have left. They have on some timelines, but there's still a lot of work to do. There's still a lot of timelines to clear and collapse, so that yes, there still are dark beings here on the planet. Okay. All right. Love, light, and aloha. Thank you so, so much, everyone. I look forward to working with you on a group level or individual level. Check out how to contact me below. Thank you for liking this video, and I'll be back soon. Mahalo nui loa from PinkBella. Take care.